vintage sand.
Hello, hello, hello! Yes, we made it. We know you thought we were gone, but we are here indeed. It is Vintage Sand, and we got a special one for you. We've been hinting at this for a while, but this is our 67th episode, and the first time we have had a guest. And our guest is... well, she needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyway. An old friend of mine, a brilliant teacher, a film lover, and just all-around good egg, as they used to say. For our guest today, we have the fabulous Kerry Cowan. So say hello to the nice people, Kerry.
Oh, hello, nice people, and thank you so much for having me.
Woo-hoo!
I am so honored to be here, and I'm a big fan of Vintage Sand.
Thank you.
See?
After that introduction, you don't need to say anything
and
else.
now
Or you can say it all and we'll just watch.
Now we fake an injury and leave the field. That's what we got to do. And, you know, we had been planning to do our annual Oscars year-end wrap-up for 2025, and fate and destiny and illness got in the way. But here we are, episode 67, which I have tentatively entitled Juke Joints and a Few Small Beers, in honor of my two favorite films of the year, 2025. Remember Benicio del Toro, when the cops stop him, like, have you been drinking? A few small beers. Yeah, exactly. And, of course, Sinners and the Juke Joints. So, this is our first guest star, and Kerry, we are so happy. Kerry came all the way down from Rosendale, New York, and so we are just thrilled beyond measure to have her here. I don't know about you guys, but I also feel like, you know, we've done Best of the Year since 2018 when we started, and I feel like that this is the first year I actually have a top 10. There were 10 films. I had to sort of pick to keep things out of there. What did you guys think about the year overall in film?
I thought it was a good year, not a great year.
I thought it was a great year.
I thought it was a great year, too.
I thought it was a great year, too. I think maybe the best year of the 20s so far.
Yeah. I mean, there are at least two films that I have on my list that I know I'm going to have at the end of the decade if we're still doing this.
Oh, of course we're going to still be doing this. Are you kidding?
Well, I don't know.
You're easily replaced, so stop saying that.
I know that, too!
We're already working on it. It was, what I loved most about the year is that a lot of my favorite directors came back with really good films. So, Coogler, you can't really blame him for Wakanda Forever. I mean, how do you do a Black Panther film without Chadwick Boseman? But Wakanda Forever was fine, but Sinners, I thought, and Kerry and I were just talking about this at lunch, and we kind of agreed that was the film of the year. Chloe Zhao bounced back from Eternals with just a stunningly beautiful, and we'll talk about Hamnet, and I'm not going to admit, I will admit to crying, and honestly, Paul Thomas Anderson too.
Oh my God.
Because I was not a fan of Licorice Pizza.
I was more than you.
I wasn't either.
Kerry,
I enjoyed it.
I liked it, but it wasn't like...
As I mentioned before, I know that character.
Right.
The character that Cooper plays.
I just found it a big disappointment after Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread? A lot of people don't like Phantom Thread.
A lot of people really don't like it.
It's not an easy movie to like.
I have a very good friend of mine who says that Magnolia is her favorite movie of all time, and she hates Phantom Thread.
I love Phantom Thread.
Me too.
But I think the most interesting thing about him is, like, every movie is different.
Yes.
Right.
He's always going in different
Yes.
directions, and one of the things, and most of his movies sort of exist in some sort of time capsule in a way. One battle after another does not.
Is today, yeah.
Is today, is yesterday, is tomorrow, is...
Based on a book that was written when?
Vineland was 1990, I think.
Yeah, but
So-
from what you said, it's very, very...
It's
very
loosely based on Vineland,
Okay.
except for the Sean Penn character, which I kind of found a little annoying. I know he
Well, you're
wasn't-
not supposed to love him.
I know, but... But in the sense that it was
are-
cartoonish and two-dimensional.
There are slight moments where he almost skirts a little bit cartoonish.
Almost, but it doesn't quite.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not have voted for
overall,
him.
I think he's very good in it. I would have rather have seen Delroy Lindo.
Thank you, yes, or even Jacob Elordi.
And I would have rather seen Stefan Skarsgård.
Yeah, I would have been happy with that too. But just all going down the list, Darren Aronofsky. I thought Caught Stealing was absolutely lovely, and
I didn't see that.
Well,
I did.
and you guys have to, because you lived here in the '90s when it takes place, and to have Aronofsky back in New York. And walking past Benny's Burritos on 7th and A and King's
I
Video.
remember finding it a very uneven film.
Yeah,
Parts of it I liked, parts of it I thought,
Plus, you have Carol Kane in there, and Hasidic Jewish jokes. I mean, what more could you want? Guillermo del Toro. I did not like the Nightmare Alley remake. I did not love Pinocchio, but I
did like Pinocchio.
I'd still rather watch the Disney. But but Frankenstein was a big comeback for him.
I
thought.
did not like Frankenstein. I found it a real slog.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we got to talk about that.
And I found it hard to really get involved because and I don't know how true it is to the book. I've never read the book, but the Dr. Frankenstein character is so unlikable in the movie.
He's kind of
I found it
unlikable.
very, very hard to get involved. And I thought the major theme of the movie was just so obvious, just like, oh my God, get on with it. Just tell each other that you love each other and you're sorry and let's go.
I loved it.
I was surprised.
And I mean, beautiful production design and set decoration and cinematography, but
And the costumes were.
and the
Costumes
costumes,
were
but it
amazing.
easily could have been a half an hour shorter.
Well, that's most movies these days, honestly. And how about a tip of the hat? I haven't loved a lot of Richard Linklater stuff recently, and then not one but two brilliant
and
movies
they're
this
both
year.
very, very good
Oh
films.
my God! I didn't know what you. Well,
They're on my-
I really enjoyed Nouvelle Vague.
Nouvelle Vague was made for.
It was so much fun.
As someone who loves Godard from that period and who loves Breathless so much, and I thought this is going to be a little dicey, him trying to do this, and Blue Moon.
And Blue Moon
was
is so different.
Yes.
phenomenal.
I talked to you about this, though. My little problem with Blue Moon was about the self-deprecating humor that just comes out of him like constantly. About halfway through is so painful to watch.
It's funny you mentioned that.
So painful.
I have two friends, non-actors, who've known me almost all my life, and they both said the same thing. I can really see you playing this part, Michael.
Meanwhile, I want to remind everybody that Mike's dream parts are Hedda Gabler and Daffy Duck.
Yeah,
So
true,
those are
true.
two. And Kerry, what are your thoughts on the Linklaters? Did you see them?
I saw Blue Moon and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought the secret weapon was Andrew Scott because he's got such a hard part
such
there.
a good actor.
He loves Hart and he wants to, keep him going.
I think
but
he got the Venice Award for
he-
Best Supporting Actor, and he wasn't even in the mix
well,
for this.
he's always Moriarty to me because I'm such a fan
No,
of the
he-
BBC
he's
Sherlock. But
He's a marvelous actor.
yeah.
He's great in everything.
Just
he's in.
amazing. And I'll add Ari Aster to that because I hated Beau is Afraid.
Oh.
And I really loved Eddington.
I liked Eddington.
I was very pleasantly.
Yeah.
That's a film that gets a little notice this year, and 25 years from now, people will be saying,
I think-
why didn't people like this more?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it simply because when I was watching it, it was like, oh my God, it just brought up everything that
Right,
went on.
but
with
that's the
pandemic.
idea.
But that was its purpose. But
Yeah.
I was like, I found it just so uncomfortable to watch. I just couldn't enjoy it at all.
Which I would take as a
compliment.
token of its,
I know.
success.
I mean, because I there were people I confronted who just refused to believe there was a real pandemic. It's like, oh God, I don't want to relive that.
And I'm going to throw in Catherine Bigelow because I don't know if you guys saw Detroit, but Detroit was kind of an interesting failure.
I
but
saw Detroit.
You didn't like House of Dynamite.
I didn't see it. It's my wussiness. Because
It's
just
rough.
the idea of rough and considering who is in charge,
who's got his finger on the button?
Yeah, and our defense nerdy, whatever, secretary. I just thought, I will see it. I'm going to make myself see it when Trump is out of there or dead.
And it's also, in
Well, we
addition...
can all rest assured now that we're on a religious crusade, so we should just be fine with that.
But no, I'm serious.
My.
But I'm serious, Josh. That was the reason I just couldn't.
No,
bring
I get
myself
it.
to watch it.
But it's also interesting storytelling because she takes the Rashomon tack. It's the same few hours of time told from 3 different perspectives. And she caught a lot of crap for not telling us what happens at the end. And I thought that was brilliant. Did you see it, Karen?
I didn't see it.
They detect a nuclear weapon launched from North Korea that appears to be headed toward Chicago. And they can't verify it, and right up to the last minute, and we never really find out if it actually is real or if it hit Chicago or not. I'm a huge Bigelow fan. So she does such good action, adrenaline kind of films. But so let's sort of begin by asking the question we always ask at the beginning of these episodes, which is, which of the films from this year do you think are going to be watched or taught in film classes, or or even just seen commonly, say 25 years from now?
Oh boy.
Let's Kerry, you want to?
Well, okay. Hamnet, absolutely.
100%.
Because, it's anything with Shakespeare, you can count on an English teacher saying, "Oh, let's watch this movie during class." But not just because of that. It does, we were talking earlier, I was saying, I'm not sure why I love this movie so much. Everything about it was great, but I feel like I have a really close relationship with the play Hamlet. So it was so much fun to watch the actors reading the lines, trying out the lines, not having them exactly the way we read the text that we read today, sort of discovering the story as it goes along. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie, and that wasn't even the best part of the movie. I thought it was beautiful to look at.
Oh my God, the opening.
Gorgeous.
Everyone talks about the ending, and we will, but that opening of her curled up in the forest,
God,
and
it's
like
just
she's
loaded with so much symbolism,
right,
too.
literally a part of nature, like inseparable from
But
nature.
she's also, her body position is like a baby in the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. And Chloe Zhao.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest bounce back from Eternals to Hamnet. That's a big bounce back.
Although, in all honesty, anything she would direct would be a big bounce back from Eternal.
Oh yeah, I know.
Anything.
I know.
But
She
so
tried.
you have both things going on. You have this great story, and then you have Hamlet in it, and then this beautiful film. So I think film schools will be teaching this one.
Yes.
It's just...
I think you're right. Yeah.
And
No, it's one of mine, too.
yeah, and the end of the scene that everyone talks about, deservedly so, where she reaches out. I never cry in movies, and I cry.
Oh, I cry all the time in movies.
You're such a sentimental fluff.
But that movie, though, I made it a point to go see theater, and then I watched it again. I streamed it because I could watch it by myself.
And cry like a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I mean...
good man, John.
And maybe it's something personal, but when she stuck her hand out,
Oh, my God.
I was already crying. I completely
Lost it.
And I was crying for a while after it was all over.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of people say that. That was exactly their reaction to it. So I went into it, I saw it a little on the later end of things, and I went into it with my big hand of tissues and ready to just completely lose it. And I didn't. I definitely shed some tears, but it wasn't that, now I have to leave the theater because I can't breathe kind of thing. And I saw it twice in the movie theater, and both times it was the same reaction. I definitely had the tears, but I almost appreciated that. I wasn't being manipulated into crying.
I didn't think it was a manipulative movie at all.
Yeah.
No, I didn't feel like I was
Yeah.
being...
The moment, too, when the actor playing Hamlet walks out and she looks at him, it's like, oh, my God, it's my son grown up.
Right. No,
And they are brothers.
Yeah.
And he's playing Romeo in London now.
And Kerry and I were saying that when Will is on stage playing the father, playing the ghost, and he and Anya's cat, and she realizes that, he's not a cold-hearted bastard. This is how he has
It's actually,
funneled his grief.
Quintessential artists. It's like they're getting the emotions inside of them outside through the art. It's classic.
Beautiful. I think we generally agree that that Sinners and One Battle After Another will be watched.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna throw in
Sinners. Just for that one scene when they're all dancing to the music.
Yeah, the music is so wonderful.
the non-stop pan with the past, the future, and the present coming together, because it opens with that quote. There are those who say that music can, bring the past and the present and the future together.
That was an amazing scene. Amazing.
Yeah, that was probably the best. That and that scene in Hamnet on stage were probably the best of the year. And I am going to throw in Eddington.
Really? Okay.
As I said, I think this is going to be the film that when people 50 years from now are wondering, what was America actually like during those crazy years of the 2020s?
Okay.
That's a film because that, as Kerry and I we were talking at lunch and we were saying, that's when we lost our minds as a nation. May 2020.
True.
So I don't know. Others you can never tell. That's the beautiful part of this game is that I will throw one more in there too. I'm going to throw Train Dreams in there.
Train Dreams is beautiful.
Lovely movie.
I mean, beautifully made movie. I never want to see it again.
I'm not sure I could say that.
You mean because of the tragedies that happen in the film?
Yeah, it's just, I mean...
Kerry, did you cry?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. I mean, what happens, but then it's his reaction after what happens. He's never able to go on, and he basically becomes a hermit.
Yeah, he's stuck in
and
that
he's aware
moment.
that that's what he's become.
And it reminded me of Deborah Granick in the sense that the attention to the beautiful, that Northwestern, reminded me of Leave No Trace, but also Joel Edgerton was so good.
He always is.
I'd never really noticed him before.
You didn't see the Streetcar he did with Kate Blanchett at BAM?
No.
The one that Liv Ullmann
I did
directed?
not see that.
It's the first time I ever saw Streetcar where I didn't feel the need to run home and watch the movie. Because he made you forget about Brando.
Wow. That is a bold statement.
And it's partly because of the direction. She did a phenomenal job, Liv Ullmann.
The one big film that we haven't talked about yet is Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think scene by scene, it's really well done.
Yeah.
And each scene by itself is so interesting. Everybody in it is very well acted. I don't think I ever want to watch it again because it doesn't... Do you want to spend more than a minute with any of those characters?
That's always true with the Safdie bro. I mean, I felt that way about Uncut Gems, too. I was like, this is
well,
brilliant.
Uncut Gems I did not like.
I mean, we have seen movies before where you might have a character that's absolutely despicable, but there's some aspect that draws you in and you want to keep watching it. This movie, I never felt that way at all.
I was watching it forgetting that it was a Safdie movie. Mm-hmm. And got to the scene with the guy telling the story about the honey and the detail he's going into, and I just went, oh, I forgot it was a Safdie movie. Exactly. There we are. I'm really grossed out, and let's keep going.
Yeah,
almost with one exception, every woman I know who's seen it has found it offensive.
I did like Gwyneth Paltrow, though.
Yeah.
I don't usually love her.
Would you want to spend more than a minute with her?
No.
No. And the reason I ended up really disliking the movie, and I read an article about it, and I know that he did it as a deliberate choice, but if you go through the effort of so lovingly recreating the 50s Jewish Lower East Side, why am I listening to synth pop from the 80s for the entire movie? In other words, I understand that was the beginning of the kind of hustle Wall Street kind of thing, but I could have come to that conclusion on myself. By myself. I didn't have to hear "Forever Young" by Alphaville, or in a film that's set in 1952.
You might as well have been handed out a pamphlet in case you didn't know.
Right. This is where that go-go 80s thing all began. I mean, we're always about trusting your audience.
I have to say the one thing that did impress me about it was the casting. And how I don't like unprofessionals.
I had noticed that.
Yeah, in film, in acting in films, but here it worked.
Yeah.
And even the Gristides president was even good.
And the woman who played his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd never seen her before.
Right, she was wonderful.
She's very good. And what's his name from Shark Tank, which I've never watched.
Oh,
but he was perfect.
Kevin,
He was good.
He was very good.
He was perfect.
Tyler.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to actually, when the casting nominations came out, I thought I wouldn't be surprised if that was going to. I knew it would be up, but that it would win.
And the other remarkable one for me this year is I came within 10 minutes of actually liking a Lanthimos film.
Ugh.
Begonia?
I was this close.
Kind of like involved most of the way, and then it just like
and the ending
just goes kaflooey.
Killed it.
It was one of two films that I did not think should have been nominated. The other 8.
Well, I thought there were better movies than that.
The 2 central performances were amazing. I always loved Jesse Plemons, and I always love Emma Stone.
Did you see the last film?
Poor Things?
They did no. The one with the 3 stories.
No, I did not see that. Yeah.
This one is better. That's all I can say, but it's...
Begonia thoughts, Kerry?
Oh, I hated it.
Okay,
I hated it so much. And when it got to the end, as you're saying, Plemons and Emma Stone were amazing in it.
Yeah.
They give amazing performances. And then the story just goes to this... It was so... it came out of nowhere. For me, it came totally out of nowhere. I don't even know if it was the fluid that they give her, the antifreeze. Was it really antifreeze, or was that not? It was so unclear.
And then when she goes into the back room and finds all the bodies, and it's like, what?
You liked it up to a point. I didn't like anything about it.
All right.
I just thought, I don't care about these people at all.
Yeah.
Any of them.
I take criticism regularly for not liking Poor Things. I really didn't like Poor Things, although I did love Emma Stone's performance in it. But
I did like Poor Things. Poor Things and The Favorite are his 2 movies that I like.
I liked Poor Things, but I also read the book, and the book is very funny.
And
very funny.
The movie wasn't funny. I'm not a big Mark Ruffalo fan. For me, that character kind of.
Oh, see, I thought he was wonderful in that.
All right, we'll have to fight that.
But I like Mark Ruffalo.
So, and did anyone else before we get to the Oscars have any good old movie experiences, like seeing stuff on a big screen? Like I go to the drive-in every year upstate, and we saw Superman. Which everyone loved. I didn't.
I liked Superman.
I didn't care much for it.
I liked it.
The new one? I thought it was okay.
I thought it had a nice script.
Okay.
And I liked the fact that Superman and Lois Lane were already in a relationship.
I thought that was an interesting place to start.
And I liked both of them.
I love the fact that they didn't do the origin story again. We've seen that so many.
Yeah.
They jumped right to Superman being Superman. Yeah. I liked it in the Christopher Reeve one. That was not having it.
Brando walking through.
No, I mean like with
Lex Luthor.
Who played the father? And when he was growing up,
Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford played the father, right? Exactly, and that was kind of.
It's bad when Glenn Ford outacts Brenda.
Yikes! I got to see Magnificent Ambersons on the big screen when they showed it over here at on Second Avenue, and as part of the Hitchcock Festival, I got to see Murnau's The Last Laugh on a big. Which you guys know I'm an insane Murnau fan, and I'd never seen that on a big screen.
I've never seen it either.
Just beautiful. And my friend, the erstwhile casting director, Risa Brayman Garcia, who's an old friend of mine, directed one film. Do you guys remember 200 Cigarettes?
Yeah, sure, I saw that.
And so we were upstate. I know her from the place we go upstate. And so she got the movie theater up there to show, to screen it, and she gave a talk afterwards.
Oh, wow.
It's funny. It's a mixed bag of a film, but everybody in that film was a young up-and-coming star that she discovered. Risa's great gift is that she was Oliver Stone's casting director for all of his great films. So, and this was her one directorial effort, and it was completely sabotaged and messed up by the studios.
Of course. For
a change, so there you go.
Well, the one old movie that I saw in January, I took a young lady, 21, my friend's niece, who loved the musical Sunset Boulevard and had no idea there was a movie. And they showed the movie at the Film Forum along with Queen Kelly.
Oh, with Queen Kelly, yes, woohoo! That's right.
I did see, and I think we talked about it.
Yeah, there's a reason it killed Stroheim's career.
But Sunset Boulevard, and it was sold out, and it was like the day before Martin Luther King's birthday, and she just turns to me afterwards. She said, "Every great line that musical had is directly from the movie."
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You don't you don't mess with Billy Wilder.
And so many people, younger people, don't even know that there was a movie, and it just drives me nuts.
It's not you, Mike. It's the podcast that got small.
You got to. I keep saying this all the time.
I know.
The era that we grew up in, those were the movies that were on TV all the time.
But people
It's
who
so- it's so
people who go
different
to
now.
the musical, that's and love it. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, well, you would think that maybe in the playbill they would have some sort of.
Oh, they do.
reference. Oh, they do.
Oh yeah,
okay.
they have to.
Well,
That's
you and
what I
I told you why I never saw the musical is because they ditched Patti LuPone for Glenn Close.
Well,
and
but Patti LuPone got
I
terrible
know,
reviews.
I know.
And I hate to sound sexist, but Patti LuPone's a lot of things. A fading beauty, she's not.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. But she's got a much better voice than Glenn Close, you must say
True,
that.
true.
Thank you. All right. So, let us turn now to the Oscars themselves. I thought it was a bit of a... Which, by the way, I need to, by all rights, have to say that you'll never guess who won the Oscar pool again. Mike, I think this time had like 21 or 22, right?
20 out of 24.
20 out of 24. I came in second with 14. So Mike, again, didn't just beat us. He
Well, I
wiped
came
the
in third.
floor with us. Yeah. So,
So I
credit's
have
due.
a question about that, and it's something I've been
cheat.
thinking about.
Your boss is
There
quite a
you
card
go.
player, Mr. Kelly.
He's the New England Patriots of the Oscar pool.
Deflategate.
Deflategate.
Volume 2.
When you pick your picks, are you picking the ones that you think are best?
No.
You're picking the ones that you think are going to
No,
win.
actually,
He's handicapping.
one of the movies that I was wrong on was Best Documentary, because I did not particularly like The Perfect Neighbor, but I thought it was going to win because it was the most talked about. And when Mr. Putin versus Nobody won, I was thrilled. Remember,
Yeah.
I was overjoyed, even
I
though
remember.
I was wrong. No, I do not, because I picked all the acting awards. I picked Amy Madigan. I did not like that movie or Miss Madigan's performance,
I
frankly.
kind of loved Weapons.
Everybody,
I loved Weapons.
everybody loves Weapons, but
I did not like her at all in it. I thought her performance was makeup.
Well, and I have kind of a Julia Garner thing from Ozark
oh, I keep
days. So
forgetting to
she's-
bring you that movie,
She
Grandma.
is so wonderful in that. I
I thought the movie was like sort of a good creepy movie, but the last part,
It doesn't
when
make
little kids
sense.
it doesn't make sense, and also they started playing it for humor.
It's two different movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
it's
It was.
And
it was
I know a lot of people love it.
would have much rather have seen the actress from Sentimental Value.
Oh, well, you get me on Sentimental
She
Value.
was-
So 98 years and running without a black person winning Best Director.
It'll happen.
But listen, I can't be too upset about PTA finally winning.
Yeah,
finally,
how many years has he been making
14
movies now?
nominations
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
total for
I-
directing and writing and producing.
He should have won for Boogie Nights in '97. He should have won for Magnolia in '99.
And that was
So-
only for writing.
Yeah. So I can't complain about that. But Autumn Arkapaw, who shot Sinners, first woman to win Best Cinematography, and a woman of color too. So progress being
And that was
made.
another one I was wrong on. I just thought that One Battle would win.
What did you think about Conan?
It's okay.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
it was just a lot of the jokes
okay.
kind of didn't land.
Also, when he did the like reenactments of the scenes,
scenes
it was like all you did was copy it. You didn't really make any kind of commentary with it.
Did you
Yeah.
see his film debut?
I
wait,
did.
So
If I had legs.
I'd kick you.
Yeah,
What did you think of that movie?
I did not like it.
I didn't think.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was torn because I thought her performance was so amazing.
Yeah,
Performance is
she was
amazing.
great.
And I wound up voting for her over Jessie Buckley in the SAG Awards because I just thought what she did was... But that movie was torture.
I think it was supposed to be.
I know, but
the reason I didn't like it was because so much of it was just close up. It's like I can't see what's going on. All I'm seeing is like this face close up, and I hated the whole gimmick with not seeing the kid until the end. What was the point? What did you think of that?
The point was motherhood is really hard.
as the only person here who can speak to that, Carrie,
I actually felt
got
that
But you got that in the first 30
claustrophobia
seconds. So
that never goes away.
Yeah.
It never goes away.
no, I knew that. I just didn't like the way it was filmed.
I
I
thought
But
it was so effective.
I applaud you for even seeing the movie because I know so many people just heard about it and refused to see it. And even people voting in the actors, I said, well, you should see all the nominees. except for Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue, but that's another story.
I didn't see that.
Don't bother.
No, I will. I don't like Neil Diamond.
That was the only other acting nomination I had quibbles with.
Well, and I would have loved to have seen, John, as you said before, I would love to have seen Delroy Lindo win. It was nice that he just got nominated, but he those couple of scenes, especially when he's telling the story of what happened when they're driving in the car, and riveting, absolutely riveting. And I wouldn't have minded.
Always good.
Always good.
Yeah.
Always good.
No matter what he plays.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him first in Malcolm X when he was West Indian Archie, and I thought he was just amazing in that. And but Sean Penn cut a very memorable character. That's for sure.
Yes. I was surprised he won, actually. Well, I wasn't. I predicted him because he won the BAFTA award. And I think, did he win the SAG award? I think he did.
I thought because he had won twice already, maybe they would
and he doesn't campaign. He wasn't even there.
Wasn't even there.
Well, he went to go see when he was in the Ukraine.
Yeah. But...
no comment.
But the film that I want to talk about, and it was a nominee, that I really love almost as much as I loved One Battle After Another,
I know where you're
is
going.
Sentimental Value.
Yep.
Now, partly because I'm an actor.
Of course.
And it is a true actor's movie, and I was amazed of how many actors have not only have not seen it, but have not even heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was doing
It's
as...
because it's a foreign film.
Probably. And that's the reason it didn't get any SAG nominations for acting, which infuriated me.
I liked it. It's the kind of movie I want to see more of. I mean, it definitely, reminds us of Bergman, although Bergman always managed to make that kind of movie in 90 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
But there were moments with the camera work that just took me out of the movie. That handheld
that
stuff.
moment where the faces blend.
That's the only
into
moment
one
of the film I
another.
didn't like.
That took me out of the film entirely.
Me too.
And
but that was the only
really
part.
didn't like the way the ending was done. I thought it was just like very contrived.
Really?
But and not only that, but I was like that scene with the film within the film is like, if this is the movie you're making, it's pretty bad.
You don't know that.
Yeah, from that scene, I was like, come on.
I just loved everything about that movie except for that one scene. And I don't see how people compare it to Bergman because apart from Autumn Sonata, I don't know any Bergman film where the theme is an adult child and their narcissistic parent.
And also that focuses
not because of that. It's just it's the relationship between all the different characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not narrative ridden.
And also the focus on the creative process. I don't usually associate that with Bergman, and this is...
Oh, as someone who's had doubts backstage, that first scene grabbed me.
The performances were just ridiculously good.
I like all of his films. This is the fourth film of
I
Trier
thought
that I've
Elle
seen.
Fanning was amazing.
Yes.
I was so happy she got nominated.
Oh my God! At reading those lines so poorly, like that was.
When she says maybe we should do it with an accent,
And then she does it, and it's terrible.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And it's terrible. Oh.
No, that was beautiful.
But Inga Ibstadter, oh my God, she was so great.
She's who I would have voted for too. I thought she was the soul of that movie.
And I'm telling you, I am a Star Wars fan. I am not a fan of any of the Disney series except Andor, which Stellan Skarsgård stars in. And oh my God, the man can do just anything. Absolutely
he was
anything.
so wonderful, and he played such a narcissistic artist, and yet you kind of liked him. Kind of. Kind of.
Not really.
I did. Oh, I did. I mean, when
It's very manipulative.
the scene when he goes to his friend, the cinematographer, and then he finds out he can barely walk, and you can just tell he's just so full of emotion. I'm just...
But
But is he full of... I think he was more full of emotion because he was disappointed.
Well, he was disappointed.
Not because he cared so much about the guy.
But then he winds up doing it.
That was my second favorite foreign language. My first favorite foreign language film was the Iranian film. It was just an accident.
And that was my second favorite foreign language film.
Right, which is like if Death
couldn't get into that.
If Death and the Maiden were a comedy, that would be.
But I thought it was just lovely humor in that film.
Yes, right, and a very unhumorous situation.
At all during that
oh
movie.
my God!
I don't know, went over my head. But Secret Agent I liked a lot.
I did. Too.
I did like Siak.
I just never was quite sure where it was going.
That's what I liked about it.
I did not like the fact that they cast him as the son at the end.
Yeah, it was a little
it was like cheap.
But didn't you love that old lady?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she never acted before.
But getting back to briefly to the Oscar telecast, I love the Casablanca bit with Sterling K. Brown as Sam. Where they have to. Apparently, we do have to restate the plot every 20 minutes, so otherwise people...
That was funny.
That was brilliant, because that is absolutely true. I mean, people just don't... I tried to show Double Indemnity to my film class. That's the only film we watched, and this is college students.
They didn't like it?
Most of them couldn't stay awake for it. Yeah.
Have you shown other Wilder movies to them?
No. This is they because it's college. They kind of watch on their own. But this, I wanted to sort of talk them through what goes through my mind when I watch a movie, to sort of model for them, and they were just not having it. So, and I could have done without poor Barbara singing.
Yeah, that was not.
Oh, when she was singing, it almost veered off into caricature.
Yeah, and.
It was surprising, though, because she has such stage fright. And that's all I thought when I saw her walk out. I went, oh, but she has such stage fright. And then she started to sing.
Because she was being herself. That's why.
Yeah, we needed Linda Richmond there to tell us that she's like Butter, that she sings like Butter she sings.
And then the Jane Fonda controversy after was like, why wasn't I the one who did this?
Oh, my God.
Well, in all honesty,
I think because there's still too much political resonance with Jane Fonda.
Oh, but she's been on the Oscars.
Yeah,
she gave out the picture to...
oh, that's right.
Oh, Parasite.
Parasite. She awarded Parasite the best picture. So, no, I don't think that's... I think... Can most people name the movies that Jane Fonda did with Robert Redford?
Electric
Barefoot in the
Horseman,
Park.
that's the only one I got.
Yeah, and there was Barefoot in the Park, but most people don't know Electric Horseman. And the other two, The Chase... which she doesn't even share the screen with, and then the recent one.
Yes, she does.
When does she?
There's a scene with the two of them, I think I haven't
seen it in a while.
Yeah, It's not for long. It's a short scene.
Okay,
with James Fox.
She's in there. Okay, I remember him and her. We're going to do a program in the future about bad movies we like.
Yes.
And The Chase is
one of them. The Chase is right up there for you. Yeah, so a good
Oscar.
Oscar.
Good in it, though.
Everybody's good in it except Redford, who's miscast.
It's not it's the haircut. That's all it is.
Maybe.
That's all it is. It's like, that's not a prison haircut.
No, he looks better than everybody else in the film.
Yeah,
including Fonda.
That is problematic. So a good Oscar broadcast. We had fun. And again, I would love to have seen Ryan Coogler win director, but definitely not unhappy that PTA finally, after all these years, won. So let's go to our. We usually do a top 5, but since there's 4 of us, let's just do our top 3, and then before the end, we'll each give a top whatever list, no number required. Kerry, we'll kick it off with our guest. Since you're our guest shot, what's your?
So we're starting with number 3.
Yeah, you want to go around? Yeah, we could do it that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. So my number 3 was Paul Thomas Anderson. Why am I blank on the name?
Because it's a lousy title.
Okay, One Battle.
One Battle.
That's my number 3.
And for you, I'm betting. I know that for Mike, for you, that's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
John,
my number 1 too.
And for me, it's number 2. So we're all in the same. We can't.
We're all in the same ballpark.
We're all in the same ballpark. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It plays up the the ludicrousness of award shows to try to compare one battle after another to Sinners.
Well, yeah, they're all so different,
yeah.
and it's.
Right.
I personally find it very hard to start ranking movies when you have a group of movies that are all really good and all really different.
Well, that's why I asked you, when you do your ballot, is it the one that the performance you liked most, or the one you think is going to win? Because there's. What do I think was the best movie of the year as opposed to what was my favorite? But
this is one of the few times where the one movie that I thought was the best movie actually won. That's happened like twice in the last millennium.
Well, but they've been doing, the occasional coda. They've been. I mean, Parasite. I love Parasite. I love Nomadland. I loved Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, but I liked others better than that.
Yeah, no, but at least they're doing some.
Yes, they're getting somewhat better. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Films, kind of sometimes. John,
what's your
number 3?
Can I just say about
go.
One Battle? I saw it in the movie theater, and I was really kind of like blown away. Wow, this is a fantastic movie. But then I read the backlash. The women of color feeling like that character was not gratuitous. It was
stereotypical or
exploitation. Yeah, like she was a little exploited for. I mean, okay, she can't help the way she looks, but maybe some of the scenes, did they have to go where they went, or did she have to be presented the way she was? And I guess I just feel if a lot of voices come out and say this made me feel uncomfortable, I at least have to recognize it. I have to.
Okay.
I mean, what instances, like the way she looked or whatever, or were these people referring to? Or?
Just the way she was more objectified.
Right. That it's all about her sexuality. And then she betrays...
it's the male characters that objectify her. I don't know if the movie does.
Right.
Possible. And then she betrays the movement and disappears from the film. Although it's a tribute to her in the performance that her presence is hovering all throughout. So, and we were saying that well, all right. Well, when we talk number ones, we'll talk why One Battle is not my or Kerry's number one. What's your number 3, John?
Sorry, Baby.
Thank you.
God,
that's on my 10 best list.
Yeah,
Where did Eva Victor come from? I don't know her.
She's great in it.
Oh,
I mean, and she directed it. She wrote it. And the thing is, I can't remember seeing a movie that deals with a traumatic experience, and there's so much humor.
It was. I totally agree. It was
beautifully
so
written
good.
film.
Yeah, and acted and shot,
everybody in it is good. And I just
that's on my 10 best.
And when it was over, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to watch this again.
Yeah. I thought that was.
I was raving about it at your birthday.
That's right. It came out of nowhere.
Right. I'd never even heard of her before this, so I think that's a great pick. Mike, what's your 3?
Sinners.
Sinners. Okay, so we'll talk.
And I like Sinners very, very much. I just like 2 movies more. I mean, that's...
Yep, no, and as I said, again, comparing these movies is kind of silly and self-defeating, but...
Sinners, I loved the first half, and then when it starts to veer off into being a vampire movie, it kind of lost
But see, to me, it's almost as good as Bong Joon-ho is in Parasite at changing tones. I totally bought that.
I did too.
And because what I thought Coogler was doing there was doing what Jordan Peele does, which is take horror elements and use them for social commentary.
Well, but you get that in like 2 seconds, and then it's a vampire movie, and I just don't really care much for vampire movies, and
I didn't find
it just kind of lost me. And I also thought the scene at the end that was after the credits was completely unnecessary.
The one where he's playing, or the one at the bar with Buddy Guy?
The bar.
I love that. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
I'm generally not a big fan of
must be an English teacher thing.
We love vampires.
Yeah, I love it. And my number 3 is Eddington. That's a film that I was kind of mixed about when I saw it, and it just would not let me go. It really, I love Joaquin Phoenix. I'm not a huge Pedro Pascal fan, but the way it starts with this little dispute about wearing masks in the grocery store, and it builds and builds and escalates like a Laurel and Hardy film where they keep throwing bigger things at each other, and it's just, I love that. Kerry, what's your number 2?
My number 2, well, this was really hard for me because I think Sinners was the best movie of the year, but it wasn't my favorite movie of the year. So I put it at number 2, even though I think it was the best movie of the year.
Okay.
All right, fair. Yeah, I think Sinners. I think the combination of Michael B. and Ryan Coogler can do no wrong. I loved all Winnie. What's her name? Who was the voodoo woman who was nominated for Best Supporting? Is amazing.
She got the BAFTA award.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to win, actually.
And the fact that Michael B. could play twins that are so distinct and so different and just totally convincing as that, and this idea of, to me, you could read the vampires as the white music industry. Over the years in the 30s, 40s, and 50s especially, just, literally sucking the lifeblood out of black artists and turning it into, cold hard cash. So
I like that it was just vampires. That was the best.
Vampires.
You like vampire movies.
I did, and I knew that there was something about this film that I didn't want a spoiler. So before I went to see it, I didn't read anything about it. I knew I was going to.
I'd heard something.
I didn't know. I knew there was going to be something, but I didn't know what it was. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh no, don't invite them in. I know what's going to happen.
Well, that's sort of like a traditional trope that we've seen in a lot of horror movies and war movies too, where you have a small band of people against basically the world, and can they survive, kind of thing.
And
so that part of it is very familiar, but classic. I mean,
yes,
it works in the movie.
And to me, as I said, it worked on kind of a metaphorical, political, socio-political level in a Jordan Peele kind of way. Like Get Out is about cultural appropriation, and it's not just a horror film about the sunken place. So,
but again, you get it in the first 30 seconds, and for me, it's just it's a vampire movie.
Fair enough. Jono, what's your number 2 then?
Hamnet.
Yeah. I mean, who can argue?
Yeah.
I mean, and we've hit on the two.
Even
big scenes,
if I didn't care much for most of the movie up to that last scene, it'd still be my number 2, because that whole part when they go to see the play is just so amazing. And Jessie Buckley, my God, she's so great in it.
And a film about Shakespeare where Shakespeare's a relatively minor character, and it's her. It's all her. Yeah. And I remember seeing her for the first time. We were talking about Maggie Gyllenhaal at lunch in The Lost Daughter, and I had never heard of her before, and I was like, oh my, whoa, who is this?
Yeah.
She's so striking, and I've loved her in everything I've seen her in.
And she gave a great speech in the Oscars.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
I would have loved to have seen. She did this current revival of Cabaret with Eddie Redmayne in London. She played Sally Bowles.
Oh,
that I would have liked to have seen her.
I would have paid cash money to see
I
that.
didn't like that production particularly, but she didn't do it over here.
So you're not going to run and go see Cat's Jellicle Ball?
Yes, I am.
And?
I haven't seen it yet. I tried to see it when it was downtown, and 2 of the actors were out sick, and they returned my money because they didn't have understudies. But I've heard wonderful things about that, and I hate Cats.
Yeah, I really hated Cats.
The show, the original show.
Oh, I thought you meant...
No, I'm currently spending the weekend with my friend's cat in Brooklyn.
Nice.
So,
love actual cats.
I love cats.
I also want to recognize that Jessie Buckley in her speech ends by speaking in Irish, which always makes me really...
I was actually thinking of you.
Groove Maggot.
Right? Because Kerry is actually learning, you're learning Irish, we should tell the audience, which is pretty freaking awesome. Mike, what's your number 2?
Sentimental Value.
Sure.
And I have nothing more to say about it.
No, if you haven't seen it, please go see it.
Especially if anyone is an actor or a director. Come on!
Yeah, no excuse. And just nothing but great performances. And again, you take out that one moment that we were talking about of the facial montage.
Yeah, that's the one moment I don't
morph
like.
into each other, and it's almost a perfect film.
Yeah, it's going to be on my list when we're doing
the best of the decade.
Absolutely.
Mike, we're all going to be here in 20. We'll invite Kerry back in December 2029 for, well, before that anyway. And my number 2 is One Battle. So, because guess what is number 1? And so that makes what for your number 1?
My number 1 was Hamnet.
Okay.
Yep. I think that is absolutely a film that... Had you read the novel before you... Mm-hmm. and it's pretty faithful, but not entirely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why that scene you were talking about, how it opens where she's like in like the womb of the tree.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that kind of detail that. How do you really get that into a movie? And when it opened like that, I was like, oh, that's how you get that into a movie.
One of the things I really liked about it too is it's gorgeous looking, but the visuals are always being used to express the characterizations and the themes that the movie is about, which I love. It's very Hitchcockian.
I was wondering,
it wasn't just like pretty pictures.
My only question was, how is she going to fit the Black Hills in South Dakota into this film? Yeah. She even did that in Eternals, but at least she did. Listen to our episode on Chloe Zhao. We talk a lot about that.
And what I loved about it most was she used professional actors.
Yeah, okay, all right. Point made. Or all right.
Well, she used professional actors in Eternals too, so look how well that turned out.
I showed the scene into my class when we were doing a day on Chloe Zhao, where Bob Wells, the guy who actually leads the Nomad movement, was talking about that line about, I can't imagine a world where I'm alive and my son is not. That beautiful speech, and that's why we never say goodbye. We say see you on down the road a ways. So I don't think an actor.
I'm not. That's not an ironclad rule with me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have liked Marty Supreme.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So.
No, and but in a film like I remember when we did Salt of the Earth in one of our Hidden Gems episodes, you guys were wondering, with justification, what this film would have been like had he used professional actors, which I think is an interesting. So we have a dead split in the room of four. So Kerry and I have Hamnet's your one.
Hamnet is my
Sinners
one.
is my one, and you guys are both going for PT.
Yes, I think it's a perfect movie.
What would you say to the idea that it is a really amazing collection of individual pieces that at times maybe doesn't hang together perfectly?
I think there's a strong through line through the whole movie. You could say the movie's genre bending because
sure. Okay, John, I'll buy that.
It's an action movie, but you wouldn't call it an action movie.
No, it's hard to really describe it.
There's political resonance that's very relevant to now, but at the same time, it's not topical.
Yes, if it opens with them trying to liberate people from a refugee camp, that's about as topical as it gets. But also,
I think that one of the themes is that political extremism, no matter
either side,
is not good. And one of the things is, how does that affect the children?
And it's hilarious. I mean, when he's trying to remember the password. What time is it? It was so many years ago. I don't know. And it
waves, Bob. Ocean waves.
Ocean waves. No, it reminded me of that scene where Lebowski is trying to sort of, you can see him fighting through the pot smoke to sort of get out the idea. Well, you're not privy to the new shit, man. And he's sort of trying to get that out.
But also, he's experienced trauma, and he's numbing himself. He's self-medicating.
Right. And
to the point where his brain is like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like totally fried.
And I thought it was perfectly acted by everybody.
How about Regina King?
I thought she should have been nominated.
I loved Regina King.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that she didn't get a nomination.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was wonderful. And everybody.
I love the skateboarders. They were.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so beautiful that for the very first casting award, I think it totally... I wouldn't have minded if Sinners won, but, just for Finding Chase Infinity alone,
she was wonderful.
They kind of deserve the casting award for. And it's about time that... I'm not just saying this because Risa is a personal friend of mine, but casting should have...
Absolutely. And I've had arguments... Even with actor friends who say, it's like giving an Oscar to an agent. I go, no, it's not. It's not.
No, casting can make or break a movie.
Yeah.
But also, with so much humor and going in so many different directions, that the last scene is so moving with the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Yeah. No, it's everything. It's the whole universe in one in one
and
movie.
I really liked how it kind of expresses this idea that heroism doesn't mean you necessarily succeed.
Right.
Bob is on a heroic mission when he's trying to find her. He doesn't succeed, but the fact that he tries so hard to do it, he is heroic.
Yeah. No, and again, a film that sort of takes place in an indeterminate future, but my God, is it germane and relevant and also hilarious. I mean, it is... And it's sort of, in a way, a summa of Anderson's career.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sort of make the argument that everything... I'm shocked that you like, because I know how much you love Phantom Thread.
I do.
I'm shocked that you like this more than Phantom
Well, the only
Thread.
reason I like it more... I mean, Phantom Thread took me a little while to like. I told you the circumstance when I saw it at an industry screening and got into a fight with two writers who thought I was just pathetic because I liked it, and it hadn't opened yet. It hadn't been reviewed, hadn't been anything. And I said, I kind of like this film. And then the more I saw it, the more I liked. This one I loved immediately. And this one I would recommend to anyone. Maybe not a MAGA person, but then I don't talk to MAGA people.
Right. Well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah, they're the MAGA people are kind of offended by the Christmas Club.
The Christmas Adventure Club! That's what we should rename ourselves. We should totally rename
Don't you love
ourselves
that knock?
The Christmas Adventure.
Love it. But I would recommend it to anybody. My only problem with the whole movie was the title, because the first couple weeks, and I saw it at the
I don't
theater.
mind the title.
I just kept forgetting it.
Yeah.
And
it kind of describes the movie.
I guess I just wasn't. I don't know what I would have titled it. I wouldn't have titled it Tideline either.
Yeah.
So
No.
but I liked everything. There wasn't a minute, and it's a very long movie, 2 hours, and
It did not feel like it.
No, it did not feel like
and
it
I've
at
watched
all.
it several times.
Yeah.
Each time I'm not bored at all.
I've seen it 6
and
times.
it's so entertaining.
I've seen it 6 times at the theater. Sentiment value the same. I've been really been going to the theater a lot, but yeah, I just adore it. I was watching it a little bit last night on HBO. It's just
It was on this morning on HBO.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And for me, as someone who has followed Ryan Coogler's career with, you guys know how much I love Fruitvale Station. I really loved Creed, and I am not a huge Rocky fan. I thought that that Black Panther was just astonishingly good.
Black Panther is the only superhero movie that I can remember.
And then, well, that and Dark
'Cause I
Knight
go-
for me. But
I go see these films and I go, and I forget. But Black Panther was the one that stuck in my
And
mind.
then, Wakanda Forever was a
that
necessary
one-
sidestep because Chadwick Boseman had passed.
Yeah.
But this was the thing that all of his work has been leading to, and I just cannot wait to see what
What's
he does
next.
next.
Yeah.
I mean, just one of our most... So
I
there's
can
so
say
much...
I can say that about the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see that about Paul Thomas Anderson. I can't wait.
And Chloe Zhao.
And Johann Trier. I can't
Yeah, well,
wait to see what he does.
you've been a Trier fan
Yes.
forever. Yeah. So, just quickly, Kerry, what else is on your list of a top? It doesn't have to be 10, whatever.
I really think that the movies that we've already talked
We've
about.
said-
I love Sorry Baby. I love Blue Moon. Don't have anything new to
I'm
add.
next.
Yeah, John, anything
we
new?
mentioned Sinners, Train Dreams, The Secret Agent, Samuel Black Bag. I liked a lot.
Yeah, that was
See,
fun.
Yeah.
Why
Black
didn't
Bag.
you?
I don't know.
Isn't your dislike
I-
of Blanchett? 'Cause I
No,
know
but
don't-
you know that in a piece like, I mean, for when we did the alternate Oscars, John and I both chose Carol. I mean,
Yeah.
for that year,
Yeah.
Blanchett in the right part is unbeatable. There was no chemistry between Blanchett and Fassbender. That's what
Well,
I
Oh,
thought.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but listen, Soderbergh is Soderbergh. I can't.
I really liked Wake Up Dead Man. I thought that was just so much fun. I never knew where it was going, and it actually has something to say.
I thought it was better than the second,
Yeah,
than
I did
Glass
too.
Onion. I didn't think it was
Oh,
quite as
yes.
good as
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But I like all 3 of them.
And I like him,
Oh,
the
Dan-
Scottish actor.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
No.
Oh, Josh O'Connor.
Who
Josh
played
O'Connor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I really liked lovely movie that really didn't get
Bless
much
you.
notice. Jane Austen Wrecked My Life.
That was fun.
I thought that was just a
I didn't
lovely
see
movie.
that.
Yeah.
Was it worth seeing?
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
A movie that we didn't talk about, The Left-Handed Girl, which is also on Netflix. It's a Taiwanese film It's about the main character is a 5-year-old girl, and her.
I saw it.
Yeah, and the grandfather is this old world ideas telling her that the being left-handed is the devil's hand, and she starts shoplifting.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah, that was one of the...
you love Asian films about shoplifters, John. That's your subgenre.
But the thing is that, there's the mother, a daughter who's college age, and the 5-year-old, and they're really struggling to make ends meet, and you find out that the mother had paid for a funeral for the father, and the rest of the family is completely against this idea and everything, and it's like, how am I going to pay my rent?
And didn't the ending surprise you?
Yes.
At the dinner,
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it started to kind of put maybe a little too much on to things, but I don't want to reveal too much. But it was like a surprise.
Yeah,
but,
I made it.
And that the little girl, the actress plays the little girl, you can't help but love her.
Yeah.
She was just so endearing.
Yeah, that was one of the international films, top 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I tried to go see as many of those as I could, and I saw that at IFC, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, anything else in your top 10 that we haven't...
Yes.
If you want, I'll put up the whole list on the website. So
well, put up the 10 and then the honorable mention 10, because... But I just want to mention one movie that you guys probably have never heard of, called Gazer. Was that...
No, never heard of it.
I know, the only reason I knew it is because a good friend of mine did background work for it, and she told me to see it. And it was at Angelica, and it was this dark drama about a woman who could not handle time. There's a word for it, and I didn't write down the word. And no stars in it, very low budget. It's Hitchcock would have loved it.
Oh.
Let me put it that way.
Can't give a better compliment than that.
Gazer. The director is Ryan J. Sloan, and the co-writer and star is Arella Mastriani. And you can get it on Prime on for $3.99.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
That's the only place you can get it. I checked. I had Just an Accident, Secret Agent, Train Dreams,
Sure.
Sorry Baby. Best comedy of the year, Splitsville. Did you see it?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I did not.
What did you think?
I thought it was... I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was brilliant. I thought it was going to be brilliant.
I just thought it was the funniest movie I've seen.
There were some scenes in it that went so far that I did laugh out loud. So
this is Michael Angelo Covino. He stars, directs, and co-writes. And it's... I don't want to give you the plot, but it's basically two best friends and a couple, and they have wives. They're having marriage problems, and one of them has an open marriage. And what happens? And it's just...
All right.
I thought it was very, very, very funny. The other one on my list, and this one I love so much, and nobody saw it, called The Baltimoreans.
No.
You saw it?
no, I didn't.
Oh,
I just love the name.
J. Duplass directed
Oh, a
it.
Duplass film. Okay.
And if it's marketed right, it's going to be an annual Christmas movie. It is one of the best Christmas movies I've seen.
It's no The Ref. I was just you can't say Christmas without The Ref.
But this is legitimately a Christmas movie. It was written by Duplass and this comedian Michael Strasser, and it's about a guy who's kind of a failed comedian, and his fiance is trying to get him to go into business with her parents or something, and he just wants to be a comic. And on Christmas Eve, he has an emergency dental emergency. Goes to this dentist, much older woman, she's 65, a woman named Liz Larson, who I've seen on stage, who's brilliant. She should have been nominated for Best Actress instead of Goldie Hawn's daughter. I can't think of her name.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. And it's 24 hours, Christmas Eve, and what happens to these two people, how they fall in love. He's like 38, she's 65, and you believe it? It works, and it's on AMC Plus now. And it's got to become a Christmas movie.
A Christmas standard.
It really is, because it's a love letter to Baltimore.
I kind of love both.
Well, then you'll love this movie, absolutely. But it's funny. It's not like it's super saccharine or anything. It's you watch these two people fall in love, and they couldn't be more different. You know, she's divorced and bitter, and he's just this kind of schlub. But they find something together, and
sounds like a match made in heaven.
I love this. I love this movie, and I saw it twice at the theater, and I'm sorry it didn't get any. And then if you like Josh O'Connor, The Mastermind. Yeah, it's by Kelly Richard.
Oh, we love Kelly.
I have heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's good. And just a couple more I want to just quickly mention.
All right.
Please.
Brevity is the soul of wit, Mike Edmund.
Father, mother, sister.
I wrote that. What do you think?
Father, mother, sister, brother.
Yes, the orchestra's going to start soon.
Jim Jarmusch. Great. Bradley Cooper's latest I liked. Is This Thing On? About a divorced man who finds his way at a comedy club.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know
it's from Arrested Development. I can't think of his name. And Laura
Michael
Dern.
Cera?
No, the evil brother, the magician brother.
Batman Lego.
I can't think of his name.
Will Arnett?
Will Arnett.
What do I win?
Will Arnett. He's excellent.
I knew Batman Lego would get you there.
Exactly. It's really sad that's how you got me there, Karen.
And The Ballad of Wallace Island. You didn't know that movie? It takes place in Ireland. It's about a world's wealthiest man who tries to bring this broken duo back to the island so they'll sing for him. Oh, you've seen it?
I have not seen
it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
All right.
And one more.
You got one more.
This is the last one, I promise.
What are we going to do?
A movie called Ex-Husbands. I know, with...
None of us are.
No?
Not yet.
It's
not that I know
of. Why can't I think of his name? I just read his autobiography.
You see, you should write these things
I know, I've got to write this down. I want to say Tucker Carlson, but it's not. Griffin Dunn. Griffin Dunn plays this man.
They do look alike, right?
Well, the names are kind of generic.
Only in American Werewolf in London, Tucker Carlson does kind of look like Griffin Dunn there.
Griffin Dunn plays this guy. He's getting divorced. He doesn't want to get divorced. And he goes to his son's, he kind of crashes his son's bachelor party in Mexico. And the sons have problems, and he has problems.
We all have problems.
And it's funny, and it's well written, and God love him, Richard Benjamin.
Hey!
86, he shows up.
Nice.
As,
Still alive.
Yeah, that's what I said out loud. He's still alive.
I lost the Deadpool again, but...
No, I thought I did a necrology on him, but I didn't. And he looks great.
Right.
But I forgot what that's on, but try to find that one.
All right, I'm just going to throw in the other film this year that really is going to stay with me is Surratt.
Oh, yes.
Oliver Lax's film.
That's still on my list to see.
About the father who goes looking for his daughter who may have been lost in this rave in the Moroccan desert.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like it. It's quiet and stunning and beautiful.
But it's painful.
Oh, my goodness.
The last hour or 45 minutes of that film was so painful.
But worth it. It earned it.
I have to say all of the international nominees were good.
I'm going to mention Nouvelle Vague and Blue Moon again, especially Nouvelle Vague, being a Godard fan. Talk about things that are just, I'm obsessed with. The Paddington movie, the third one, Paddington in Peru. It was not quite as good as the one with Richard,
the Paddington 2 was great.
It was Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant was in the second one, in prison. Yeah, that was great. But this involves many of my favorites. It involves bears, it involves Peru, it involves marmalade. So that's all you need to know. And it's really, really beautiful. I kind of liked, again, this is my personal obsession. I am kind of a Springsteen fan, But Nebraska has always been my favorite Springsteen album from the nanosecond it came out. I have loved it. It's one of my favorite albums in the world. And I thought Deliver Me From Nowhere was actually quite good. Did you guys see it? With Jeremy Allen White from The Bear as Springsteen?
No, it came and went.
I don't see. The thing is, if you're not a Springsteen fan, you're not going to care. And even if you are a Springsteen fan,
I know
like
a lot of big
Born
Springsteen
to Run,
fans
you know,
were disappointed. Like,
right.
oh, there's the hits aren't there, kind of thing.
Right, it's not right. It begins when he's off the. I thought it was really, really good. And
it's about him dealing with his depression, right? Isn't that what it centers on?
And how how these songs just come out.
Yeah.
And that album, well. Don't get me started.
It sounds like something we talked about before with Shakespeare.
Possibly. And I'm also, last one I'm going to throw in, you guys know I'm a huge Alex Garland fan. I think Warfare was amazing. Kerry, did you see it?
I did not.
I have avoided it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, too. It's so brutal.
It is.
But not gratuitously so.
No.
It takes place in real time. It's 2 hours during this battle, and he had a guy who was actually there sort of be his consultant, almost co-director.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best war films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But see, so, I mean, to sum up, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, like, John, I was looking back, you and I generally, like, have a top 8 or a top 7 or in all the years we've been doing this, there are a lot of great films that didn't even make our top 10s.
So Warfare is not a movie that Pete Hegseth would like.
Well, Pete, and listen, I love the fact that
he refers to war as if it was a video game.
Yeah,
so
well, he
thinks that Pulp Fiction quote is straight from the Bible.
Oh
you read the Bible, Brett? Ezekiel 25:17. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. That actually happened. I love the fact that everyone calls them Whiskey Leaks. I thought that's a great name for Pete Hegseth. But there you go. So I think we will let you, the listener, our beloved listeners, all 24 of you, decide. But
that number keeps changing.
Right. Well, it's variable.
It goes up and down.
Exactly, with the times.
But a few people listen and say, "Oh, I'm listening to that again."
The very fact that all of the four of us were so passionate about so many different films, even beyond 10, says that I would stand up and say that 2025, at least for this decade, was the best year of film. I mean,
I also just want to throw in, I have a 10 worst list, but I'm not going to say what it is, because I think thankfully most of you haven't seen any of them.
Just give us your worst.
The one worst, it's on HBO now all the time, is a satire, British satire called Feckham Hall.
No. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Ooh. Boy.
All I can say is any half hour, any 15 minutes of Downton Abbey, which it was parodying, has more humor.
Yes.
Any of Feckham Hall.
Yeah. Parody is a very delicate thing.
It looked like the writing. It was like it was written by a bunch of drunk fraternity brothers.
Yeah. It was just that's the worst movie easily.
All right.
Don't see it. It's on HBO.
It's very popular too.
Probably.
It tanked at the theaters.
So and
I'm
there.
talking about on.
I hope not. That's why I wanted to mention it, so people who
let's move on from that.
Listen to this. Don't watch it.
And so there is 2025, and I wanted to say about as a segue that one of the things they got right this year in the Oscars was the necrology. They actually did it really well. Yeah. They didn't have Lenny Kravitz playing or anyone fitting things to the music, and the tributes were fairly. All the people who had acted in Rob Reiner films who came out was well done, and even Barbara singing, and who was doing the tribute to Diane Keaton? It was
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams. Right. So, and that was
the family stone together.
That was lovely done. So, let us hand it off then to America's favorite segment of the podcast. That would be Minnesota Mike Edmonds' Necrology. Mike, take it away.
Okay. One of them that they did do on the Oscars is Jeremy Lorna, 88.
Candidate.
Novelist, political speechwriter, and screenwriter. He wrote speeches for Senator Eugene McCarthy in 1968 in McCarthy's unsuccessful quest to win the Democratic presidential nomination against incumbent Lyndon Johnson. 2 years later, he wrote the novel Drive, He Said, which he and Jack Nicholson adapted into a film starring Bruce Dern.
I love that movie.
And also marked Nicholson's directorial debut. But the following year, he wrote an original screenplay for Robert Redford, The Candidate, about a public interest lawyer who runs for a seemingly impossible to win Senate seat and wins.
What do we do now?
Larner,
one of the best, most last quotes of all time.
Larner, in turn, won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay up against heavy hitters such as The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie, Lady Sings the Blues, Young Winston, and Murmur of the Heart. The movie, directed by Michael Ritchie, was a critical but not a financial success. It was its only nomination.
Holds up very well.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. It's one of the best political movies I think ever made.
Did Redford go to him to write something?
Yes.
Or did he? Oh, he did. Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, Larner did not ever repeat his success in Hollywood and never had another accredited screenplay, although he did work uncredited on a few screenplays, such as North Dallas 40. He did work on environmental speeches for Redford and edited books on poverty and drug addiction. Now, a little interesting fact. During the 1988 presidential campaign, Dan Quayle, who was the Republican VP running mate to George H.W. Bush, just in case people don't remember who Dan Quayle is, said he had been inspired by The Candidate, which he had seen as a young man. Larner responded to Quayle in a New York Times essay saying he had somehow missed the point.
Big time.
The film was about the superficiality of politics and how candidates are marketed. Quote, "Sorry, Senator Quayle, you thought we were telling you how to when we were trying to say, watch out.
Yeah.
You missed the irony. Unless, in a way, I never could have foreseen you are the irony." Okay. Chuck Norris.
Yes,
86.
thank you, Chuck Norris.
Action and martial arts actor. He had a string of karate schools. He was a middleweight karate champion, and he owned in the late 1960s that went bankrupt. One of his celebrity students, Steve McQueen, told him, "If you can't do anything else, there's always acting." Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
His first major film was Return of the Dragon with Bruce Lee in
Bruce Lee.
1972. Other films were Good Guys Wear Black, An Eye for an Eye, Lone Wolf McQuade, Code of Silence, The Delta Force, and 3 Missing in Action films. His CBS TV series Walker, Texas Ranger was very successful, running for 8 years. His acting didn't receive high reviews. New York Times called his performance in Breaker Breaker about as emotional as a statue.
Ouch. But he has an amazing cameo in Dodgeball.
That's the only time I think I've ever seen him.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
I do remember when Platoon came out, and he made a big statement about how it wasn't accurate.
Oh, well, I would trust Chuck Norris.
Of course, he wasn't there at the time. He did serve in 1962 in Korea, but not under war.
Yeah.
And the only joke I remember from Howard Stern when this came up was Howard Stern said, "Chuck Norris is so stupid he couldn't follow the plot of a Jane Fonda workout video."
Ooh. And yet he made his way.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Robert Fox, British film, TV, and theatrical producer. The younger brother of actors Edward and James Fox. He produced mostly theater in London and Broadway, but he did produce a few films that were considered high art films, such as Atonement, Iris, Notes on a Scandal, Closer, and The Hours, for which he received a Best Picture nomination. He also produced The Crown for television. When he was married to Natasha Richardson in the early 1990s, he had the uncomfortable task of having to fire his mother-in-law, Vanessa Redgrave, from a U.S. tour of the comedy Lettuce and Lovage because of Redgrave's vocal support of Saddam Hussein in the war of 1991.
She just has such a way with people.
Okay. The other 3 are all actresses, very different actresses, but all, I think, very good in their own way. Valerie Perrine,
Sure.
82, a former Las Vegas showgirl who posed for Playboy pictorials. She made her film debut in 1972 in George Roy Hill's Slaughterhouse-Five. Time magazine called her performance charming, sensual, and funny. From there, she played the love interest of Jeff Bridges in The Last American Hero. But her critical zenith was in 1974 as Honey Bruce in Bob Fosse's Lenny. Roger Ebert called her a stripper without a heart of gold. For that performance, she won the Cannes Film Festival Award, the New York Film Critics Award, and Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. She lost to Ellen Burstyn in Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Perrine's most famous role was as Eve Tuschbacher in Superman and Superman 2.
But Lex, my grandmother lives in Hoboken. Nope.
Other films included W.C. Fields and Me, The Electric Horseman, What Women Want, and The Border, and The Unfortunate Can't Stop the Music. She appeared in guest spots on television, including Walker, Texas Ranger. She developed Parkinson's disease in 2015 and was forced to set up a GoFundMe account to help pay for expenses because she hadn't worked in so long, and my wonderful union, SAG-AFTRA, doesn't,
Why are there so many stories like that?
It makes me so mad, and I want to just add this. Angela Lansbury wasn't around to give her a role in Murder, She Wrote, so she could get her. So
Not even on Love Boat or anything?
Yeah.
Or Fantasy Island? Jeez.
Okay, another actress who was quite good, Mary Beth Hurt.
Yeah?
79. Stage and screen actress. She was already an established Broadway and off-Broadway actress when she made her film debut in Woody Allen's Interiors.
Right.
Now, her second film was a rare leading role, Joan Mencken Silver's Chilly Scenes of Winter.
Good film.
Which was a financial flop but had gained a cult reputation when it was released 2 years later under the title of Head Over Heels. Other films included The World According to Garp, Slaves of New York, The Age of Innocence, 6 Degrees of Separation, and 3 films directed by her husband Paul Schrader, Light Sleeper, Affliction, and The Walker, as well as Bringing Out the Dead, which Schrader wrote and Martin Scorsese directed. When she was 10, one of her babysitters was Jean Seberg, who went on to have her own career in film.
Oh, boy,
and
can dream.
later she played Seberg in the 1995 biopic, The Journals of Jean Seberg. But and she didn't like to work that much. She preferred stage. She didn't really want to be a leading actress, and she got 3 Tony nominations, and she was always good.
Yeah, always good.
The last one, she died yesterday, and I had to write this out, so excuse me if I stammer. Natalie Baye.
Oh,
Baye, is it Baye?
B-A-Y-E,
Yeah,
right?
right. I think it's Baye.
I think it's Baye.
Yeah, 77.
Fact checker.
Fact checker.
French film actress.
Right here, Mr. Kane.
4-time Caesar Award winner. She made her film debut.
Bernstein.
Okay. She made her.
Now you see the the stuff we edit out, Kerry. So you can do a tell-all now of the true vintage sound.
She was a 4-time Caesar Award winner, and she made her film debut in Robert Wise's Two People, which co-starred Peter Fonda and Lindsay Wagner. But her second film made her famous as the head script girl in Francois Truffaut's Day for Night.
Day for Night, right.
Other films included Godard's Every Man for Himself, The Return of Martin Guerre, Les Balances, the Venus Beauty Institute, and It's Only the End of the World. Most of her films were in her native France, but occasionally she did work in the U.S., such as in Steven Spielberg's Catch Me If You Can, as Leonardo DiCaprio's mother.
Oh, right, right. She's great.
And most recently in Downton Abbey, A New Era in 2022. She was also recently on the TV show Call Your Agent? The one you
Call
told
My
me.
Agent.
Call My Agent.
The French series.
The French
Yes.
series.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, and she and her daughter were on it as themselves, because I remember that was one of them I had watched. And she was considered very big in France, because, 4 Caesar Awards. And that's it.
All right. Fortunately, we have not lost too many too many big people. So now, thank you, Michael, and now we move on to America's true favorite segment, and that would be Johnny Meyer's monthly quote quiz. Johnny.
Okay. The last quote was, "It is the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love." That was Ian McKellen in The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey, 2012, directed by Peter Jackson. And part of the reason why I picked that quote is everything that has been going on.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, the new quote is, "I can remember everything. That's my curse, young man. It's the greatest curse that's ever been inflicted on the human race.
We got it.
Memory."
Got it.
We got it. Yep. All right. That's so. If you think you know it, I got a knowing smile from Kerry here. So you should check out our website at www.vintagesand.com, where you will find all kinds of juicy tidbits, more information on the films, and please get in touch with us. We are always looking for ideas for new episodes and things to do, and I'm not even really sure what we plan to do next. We have to sort of regroup and figure out where to go from here now that our alternate Oscars is done, and who knows, maybe we'll do another director study or move on from there. So more than anything else, Kerry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
And come back.
Thank you. I had a wonderful time.
So, and any insights you can offer the crowd on the inner workings of Team Vintage Sand?
I think I'm going to skip that part.
Yeah, we'll let that one go. Very diplomatic and politic of you. Well done, Kerry. And again, I think we leave this episode with with 2025 in our rearview mirror as one of the better years, if not the best, certainly in this decade. So we'll know by 2029 where it stands ultimately.
Yeah.
So we will assert, as we always do at this point, that Vintage Sand is a 5 9s and a 4 production. We want to thank Melissa Cabot for her technical help, Mama Sue for the use of the hall, and Theo for their...
We don't want to use that hall anymore.
I know, but it's sentimental. I got to get Sue in here somehow. And want to thank Theo for the logo, as I said. And again, please check out the website at www.vintagesand.com. And I'm going to say what I've been saying for the last few months, is that just don't give up hope on the power of art to get us through even times like this. Go see movies, go talk about movies, go watch movies on TV, but really you should go to the theater. Support the NEH, support the NEA, support public radio, give where you can.
You see they're getting a nice sum, NPR?
Yeah.
Yeah, 113 million.
Right, and that'll take care of how many of those stations for a year or so?
But it's something.
It's just we are definitely backs to the wall.
Well, we're also still a nonprofit organization.
Yes, we are resolutely and proudly nonprofit. So,
and if you want to send us a check, my last name is spelled E-M.
Exactly. Send your donations in. So thank you guys, as always, for listening. Kerry, again, thank you so much for schlepping down from Love Scenic Rosendale and being our first ever guest star. Pretty freaking awesome. Yeah. And woohoo! Yeah, let's give it up to Kerry Cowan. And never forget our motto, which is that our fervent wish for you that your favorite films may always be streaming.